often before we add additional
So people forget to
tools
listen
that's
to the
out there.
Democrats, especially when it comes to money and finance. Because the shit that they bitch about is the shit we all need to be paying attention to. Get it? So listen to this fucking dude talk about what's going on at Treasury with the Doge crowd, he says. Just listen.
But the response is always, well, reputational risk. I do agree
We just went over reputational risk with debanking. Now let's talk about this portion of it.
with Mr. Klein that banking is a reputation-based business,
Banking is a trust.
and if people start to lose confidence in that bank, they're going to move, whatever the regulator does or doesn't
Bricks.
do. And that's why I got to ask, rhetorically at least, and perhaps to my colleagues, the United States dollar and the United States government and the full faith and credit are all build up the reputation of the United States of America. Now, if any
Which has been in severe decline for quite some time now due to Russia being kicked out of SWIFT and the BRICS abandoning the dollar.
of your institutions suddenly let somebody into your payment system that had no background in banking,
Wait a minute.
that had no understanding of money flows,
Wasn't Elon part of the PayPal mafia in understanding the movement of money?
that suddenly gets an ability without any screening to look at all of your customers' personal banking information. I believe that would cause reputational risk.
Where you been, fellow? For 4 years. They don't give a shit about political targeting. They care about tracking the money from US aid. And then how did that enter into their NGO or whatever else? And then was it moved cross border through, I don't know, maybe some unregulated blockchain?
And that is exactly what is happening in the United States Treasury at this moment in time.
Right now.
We don't know if the Doge crowd, there's one person that maybe has a clearance, the others, we have no freaking
They all got clearances now.
idea. But the ability, and we don't know for sure whether this is a read only ability or read and write, which in past the legalese means that person could potentially go in and alter code
Alter code.
or manipulate payments.
Maybe put it on a blockchain?
I say to my Republican friends, guys, can't we agree that the risk of the United States is worth protecting? And the idea that we've got people potentially manipulating our payment system that we have no idea. And we're going to sit silently by. This isn't about efficiency. This is about the kind of payment system we're going to have in our country.
There it is. There it is, people. They always tell us. They always do. You just have to listen correctly and understand what's going on in the world to really see between the lines. Between the Republican narrative and the Democrat narrative, they overlap. And when you put them both on top of each other, you begin to see exactly what's going on. They start talking about all these risks to all these things, which is exactly what the actual risks are, and then you see the Republicans actually doing something about it and fixing it. Put them both on top of each other. One's actually going on while the other's actually going on. It's in order to revolutionize our payment system. They're calling out the flaws, one team is, and the other one's fixing it. When you see it like that, man, you can't just help to think it's all a big fucking show. Because it's the rest of the world that they're trying to be an audience for. It's not for us. It's for other sovereign nations. That's it. Actors on a stage, man. That's Shakespeare. Or Rush. Come on, dude.
If any financial institution let unscreened individuals into their payment book or into the private banking information about their customers, Mr. Client, I believe their reputation would go straight to hell.
What about the 30 Tech founders? What about all the January 6 people? What about, all this other stuff that's been going on for a long time? And then you kicked Russia out, a sovereign nation. So now they're trying to save face and saying, well, we don't like it, but we're calling it out, and we got the other team fucking fixing it. Like, when you put it on top of each other, dude, they're swapping this shit out. They're getting rid of it. This is fucking crazy, man. This is absolutely nuts.